How's it going, everybody? Just give me a second. I'm almost done setting up here, and I'll show you what I'm doing. Make sure there's no dust on them. Do I have any more sage? Yes, I haven't cleaned up from last night. Let's get it on. That's Italian. I thought I had a little jar of homegrown sage left. Oh, I do. Yes, I do. All right. Now, I just got to do one more thing. I got to get a Tylenol because I'm in a lot of pain. Yes, I've already medicated, but I still need some pain relief. I don't want to have to get up again, so there's my parsley, chives, leeks. Now, normally I would use onions, guys, but with I couldn't find my parsley. They were pushed away by tomato plants. But I have chives, and I bought some parsley. Well, I'm going to show everybody for the camera anyway. Okay, so when that happens, all right, okay. Okay. Now, I've already told the camera that I put I put my pork loins in the I put my pork loins in the freezer half an hour ago. I like them to go into the freezer for an hour or two if you can. Not to freeze, definitely not to freeze, but to firm up. And you always use fresh pork if you're making sausage meat with seasonings. Fresh pork, not frozen. You make it fresh, then you freeze it. What the hell is that? My old KitchenAid coffee grinder died. Okay, now I'm going to turn the camera on. All right, so first things first. Oh. Okay. So first things first, we want to get our spice blends ready. Now, normally, I would use fresh chopped and sauteed onion, but I have these wonderful dry leeks and wonderful dry chives, so we're going to use them instead. You're going to need crushed red pepper flakes, the chili flakes, black peppercorns, salt, most important ingredient, fennel seed. I tried to get fresh, they were out. And sage. Now, I actually have some sage already from last year in this jar, so let's do this. Excuse me. Hello, hello, hello. Now, whenever I make sausage, I have to write the recipe down according to how much meat I have. And I have 15 pounds of meat. I'm going to cut a couple of chops off for supper. So that's going to put us down to 14 pounds of meat. So this is for 14 pounds of meat. All right. It says 3 pounds of onions. Should I put them in just like this? No, I guess I should grind. I'm going to grind half of them. I don't know, sweetheart. You have to look at the bottom for the chat box. Okay, so I'm going to put some leeks in the grind. I got up at 11. I got up at 11 because, well, I got all my peppers done last night. Okay, so we're going to add, I don't know. I'm going to say that's a third of a cup of dried chives. Now, my chives are coarse. If yours is powdered, then you would use a tablespoon. And I got about a half a cup, almost a cup of leeks in there. Now, here's the part we don't want to mess up. This was the cheapest thing I bought yesterday. I went into Bulk Barn and bought fennel and came out. That's the first time in my life I've gone into Bulk Barn and come out without paying $40 or more. Where did my tablespoon go? Where did my tablespoon go? Where did you go? I know you're here because I brought everything over. Okay, whatever. So I'm going to put in 1 tablespoon. It may not be, this is more than a tablespoon, but we like it fennel. But you want 1 tablespoon of fennel seed. If you're using fresh fennel, I would chop up 1 or a half a fennel finely chopped per 20 pounds of meat. Okay. I have parsley I have to chop. And we need 3 tablespoons. Oh, there's my tablespoon sitting right on top of my salt. Dopey me. So we want 3 tablespoons of salt. I use pink Himalayan salt because it's loaded with every mineral that makes up your bones. Every mineral that makes up your bones is found in pink Himalayan salt. So there's 2 and 3. And I don't think that's going to be enough for 15 pounds of meat, so I'm going to add 4. There we go. All right. Pepper flakes. 3 tablespoons. Black pepper. Okay, I wrote black pepper. I'm really tired. 3 tablespoons of black pepper. I'm going to use peppercorns because I'm grinding this all fresh. 1, 2, 3. Do you know what I forgot to get at Costco yesterday? Friggin' instant mashed potatoes. I have to go next pay. Ground what? Oh, okay, that's for the parsley. All right. 1 tablespoon chili flakes. If you like it really spicy, you can go more than that, but we're spicy enough. So, I've done the pepper. Oh, I haven't done the sage. 2 tablespoons of sage. This is my sage from the garden last year. That's rub sage. Okay, I'm going to actually take the sage off this plant that's been drying in my pantry. Put it in there and grind that another day. Just take the leaves off. There. That's enough sage for me to do for the year. Because I just used a really good portion of sage in here. Okay. Onions. Black pepper, salt, sage, fresh parsley, which I have. Ground or ground dry. 1 tablespoon of chili flakes. 1 tablespoon of fennel. So this is what this looks like, folks. This is what's going into my sausage. And I am going to add some leeks, just so you get bits of green in there, right? This is what it looks like. We're going to now put on our grinding thing here, and I'm going to take it over to my Ninja blender, and I'm going to grind these, and we'll be right back. Oh, you're not plugged in. Oh, God, help me. Stop beating around the bush. Let's get it on. For those of you who don't know, I didn't do a video on the peppers because you saw me do that last year. But patrons and I went unlisted live and got out the music box, and we were like, I don't know, close to 2 hours last night. Okay, so let's put this away now because we now have everything we need. There we go. Get the spices off of here, or most of them, doesn't matter. All right. Oh, right. Shake it up some. Get the leeks down to be ground. And come on, get down there.
Those fucking yellow jackets.
I'm on live.
I've set them on fire.
Hang on, folks. Come here, come here. Okay, this is, you gotta stand back for a second, but I want you to, yeah, I want you to give this a whiff.
Nice.
Okay, now give it a little taste. Here, because I want to see if there's enough salt in it. Now remember, this is seasoning 14 pounds of pork.
Plenty enough salt.
Okay.
You know me, right?
Right.
I am very salt sensitive.
So I'm going to put in another tablespoon. And plus we got parsley going in. Could you taste the sage?
A little bit.
Well, we don't want the sage. Well, okay, I'm going to put a little bit more sage in then. See? Howie's... Oh, shoot. I put my sticks in here. Howie's the flavor... Well, Howie's the flavor guy. I cook to please my husband. Because if it didn't please him, he wouldn't eat it. But when we were at the market yesterday, getting the tomatoes, and they were talking to the guy, and I said, well, I wish I'd had, because he gave me mixed peppers, and I said, I really don't like green peppers because they give me heartburn. He said, well, feed them to him. He'll like them. Howie said, I eat whatever she puts in front of me. I said, good answer. Now let's give this another grind. Take note, I added 1 more tablespoon of salt and 1 more of sage. Should I throw some of these leeks in just like this, Howie, for color?
Sure, why not?
Okay.
Nice little flax and chunks.
Yeah, we don't want all the seasonings to be powdered. So there's our seasonings. There is our seasonings. All right, I'm going to put this stuff away, and I'll be right back. Because then we got to chop parsley. What?
Still out there. Relentless.
Spray them.
There's hundreds of them.
Do we have? No, we don't have bug spray.
I may have to go get like a bug bomb or something. I've gasolined it. I've lit it on fire. I've turned.
Do it again.
And they keep coming back more. It must be a big nest.
It's a big nest of yellow jackets, no doubt.
Anyway.
Because they're the only thing I can think of that small of the bee family that nests in the ground. Where?
There.
I don't see nothing.
There.
Oh, it's a good thing you got your bee immunization when we had bees.
I got whacked with 40 or 50 bee sticks.
Yeah. Well, that was a rough day.
Penny got it bad too.
Yeah. Gracie hunts them now.
I don't let her loose today.
No, no.
That is crazy back there.
Honey, can you get me, or did I wash it? I washed it.
Go to the bathroom.
I need a shallow bowl to fit under the grinder, and then the big one to put my meat in. I hope that's big enough. All right. The salt and the chives can be put away. Howie, when you go back out, rinse out this chicken container and put it in the recycling, please. Now, before we get the meat out of the freezer, I have to chop the celery. Oh, so let's start with that. I need approximately 1 cup of fresh celery. You can use dry. If you're going to use dry, use 9 tablespoons of dry parsley. Now this is Italian parsley, so I'm wondering if I should just put it through the, ooh, there's a dirty leaf. When I bring them home from the market, I chop the bottoms off and then put them in water. This is going to be set aside for my broth. I didn't want to, somebody mentioned putting my peppers in my broth, and I said no, because you know what, I'm going to put these in the Big Ninja. Peppers don't do well in broth. Maybe a hot pepper, but not regular peppers. They give it an ammonia taste if you put peppers in your broth. So, like if you're going to can it, I wouldn't put peppers in it. All right, let's get the celery in here. And what other was I going to do? I was going to put in more leeks. Oh, I took them away. Oh, good. The Tylenol's starting to kick in. And at one point, you will probably see me. Now, this is my sausage roll recipe. So, at some point, I'll give these a coarse chop too. At some point, and these leeks are really strong. I made myself some noodles last night and I put a pinch of leeks in there and it just boomed up the flavor. So, I forgot what I was talking about there. So I'm just going to give these leeks and fresh parsley a coarse chop. And then any twigs in here I can take out. These I'm going to dump into the sausage bowl. The meat bowl. I'm going to need a bigger bowl. I'm going to need a bigger bowl. I'm going to get my dish pan. Now, I'm going to drop this right into the dish pan. There's our nice flecks of green parsley and leeks. Oh yeah. See, there's sausage, and then there's beautiful sausage. Now you can make this any flavor you want. You could take the sage out, put apple in, or all kinds of stuff, but there we go. Now that's ready. How am I going to do this? Okay, let's get rid of you. Let's get you out of the way over there. And we can put you back. There we go. Get rid of this and this. Into the sink. Everybody into the pew! Now I can put these in a baggie. Put these in the stems of the parsley in a baggie for the broth later. Get them bees dead. Them yellow jackets, nasty little buggers. You know how I swell up with bees. Okay, now.
Go away.
Well, that's just their problem, isn't it? I love everything. Okay, I'm going to need you to give me a hand here, dear, for a second. When you've got your coffee started. Could you get me the 2 pork loins out of the fridge freezer, please? Now I'm going to open them on paper towel because they plump meat with water. Oh,
You want them both?
yeah. I had to take them out of the big freezer because you want pork chops for supper? Look, guys, look at the liquid coming out of this. And I just put a bowl over there. Could you pass it to me?
This big stainless bowl?
Yeah, the big stainless bowl. Yeah. Thank you. The water just drips. So I open it up over a paper towel to get that off. Oops. So that I don't have a really, really messy, it's going to be messy, but I don't want a really, really messy cutting board. God, the amount of liquid. What are you doing? Oh, your cream. I like to not freeze them, but just firm them up in the freezer for a couple of hours. How many of these do you want, dear? 2? Okay. That's parsley. All right. First, can you grab... Never mind. I gotta put this in the garbage. The liquid that comes off of store-bought meat is atrocious. First, I'm going to cut off a couple of chops for supper. We can talk once the meat grinder's gone. So, parsley, I'm going to say, yeah, that's about right. So we're down to now 14 pounds of pork for grinding. Wondering if I should freeze some. That's going in the fridge for tonight's supper. Oh, no. Yeah. Now I gotta think. Yeah, I think I'm going to do the rest of this one. Oh, no, but well, my seasonings might be a little strong then. I'll do one more package. All right, I'll do one more package of chops. I should have measured it for, you know, I don't know. I'm really tired, folks. It's not that I'm really tired. It's just I'm kind of sleep drunk. I got a good night's sleep. But, you know. All right. There's 4 nice little chops to go in the freezer. Start 2, and then 2. Push the air out. These milk bags are awesome for meat because you can really squeeze the air out of them. And then I gotta wash my hands. Oh! Room in here, I hate to ask. There we go. Alrighty. Now, we got my cutting board. I'm going to turn it this way so I have room for my machine here. Put the parsley out of the way. I use a Sam Bear meat grinder. It has always looked after me. And this is how it goes together. Blade. And I'm using a medium grind disc. This is how it goes together. Here's the blade. I'm using a medium grind disc. And then this gets screwed on. Nice and tight. And now, get on to the, there we go. All right, so now we unscrew this and we put, hang on. I'll show you. We put this in here and there's a locking key. Wait, make sure that's on tight. You can feel it there. You can feel it click in and then you tighten this to hold it all in place. And now I just need a sip of tea here. I need my plunger. You can have a meat, there is a meat tray for the top of these, but I don't use it. Oh, there's my plunger, because I used it for my zucchini. All right. Will this extension cord reach? Howie needs to build me another electrical block on this island. There we go. Okay. Let's start making sausage. I have to use one of these shallow bowls because it has to be able to fit under the edge. Now we're going to push him back a little bit so I have some cutting board space here. Ugh. Have a sip of tea. Okay. Here's my knife. Okay. Now I can talk. Sort of. This is why I like using loins. You rarely have to plunger. And then as soon as I said that, you're here for the comic relief. Oh, thanks, Freaky. This is a really lean sausage, folks. I don't add trimmings. Nothing dulls a knife faster. No meat dulls a knife faster than pork, especially if you're cutting through skin and fat. So I have my dish pan with the parsley and the leeks in it, and I'm just going to drop this in here, give it a toss, right? And I'm going to put in about a quarter of my spices. When you first grind spices, folks, please wait for the dust to settle before you open that, or you could get a snoot full of pepper and you'd be really, really upset. So I'm just going to put, I don't know, a little bit of this in here. And then we will continue to grind. freezer for an hour or so, firms up the meat to make it easier to slice. Now you know why I don't have time right now. I gotta show you this. Even though I emptied these onto paper towel, I still have a ton of water in the bottom of this bowl. It's just disgusting how they allow them to plump meat with water. They use a compressor to plump meat with water so that you can charge more, but you're paying for the water. Isn't that disgusting? If I can make another trip to Costco. Yeah, I know. But I do have a whole pig coming. And it's chops and ground hams and bacon, but this is sausage. Plus, I'm not going to get that much bacon. You only get the belly of the pig, right? Okay, I'll be right back. I know I'm just going to grab the meat again. Hey, Elaine! I know I'm going to grab the meat again, but it's a thing. I hate the feel of it on my hands. All right. Set these aside. This. And this time now, I'm not just going to toss it. I'm going to start mixing. Because that's all the parsley, but it's not all the seasoning. When it comes down to it, folks, you're really going to have to knead this by hand at the end. Some people put liquid in sausage meat. Some people put, I don't. Look at how much liquid's already in this meat. So far. Oops, sorry guys. All right, no. Let's get back to cutting meat. So I think if we make it to Costco again, I won't spend as much. But I'm going to see if I can get another couple of pork loins. Pepper. But if we can go to Costco again and I get a couple more of these pork loins, I'll make some female bacon. Ooh. Homemade female bacon. It's basically pickled. It's not smoked. Homemade female bacon is made out of the loins, so it's a solid meat almost. My knife's getting dull already. It does not like to cut through pork fat. Check my homestead book, and if I don't have the sausage seasoning, I will put it in the new book if I ever get time to write it. I'll do female bacon too. Now, as soon as I'm done mixing this, I've got to go and sharpen my knife. Oh, God. Oh, it's getting heavier to lift. I better leave it over here. Plop. And now we just start continuing to season with our powdered seasoning. And we mix it a bit. I am going to mix this with my hands, just like you would meatloaf, only to make sure all ingredients are incorporated. I said ingredients. Oh, there's the pepper. This is my favorite sausage recipe. Even more so now because I think I put the leeks and chives in. And fresh celery. Alright, let's leave you over here. I have to go sharpen my knife. I will be right back. Oh. Oh. Alrighty. Hey, Kimberly, Cindy, Patricia, hi. Howie's out uncovering our septic lids so that the septic can be pumped tomorrow. Yay! All right. So yeah, if I manage to get back to Costco, I'll get 2 more of these loins and I will make female bacon. But no, you're going to need pink salt. Not pink Himalayan salt, not Morton's Tender Quick. The actual pink salt. Okay? So that might put people back a little bit. Trying to get this more in the camera angle here. Yeah, that's better. Hey, Ruth. Hi, Jules. I think I'm going to call it what my grandma would do. Or what my grandmother would tell me to do. Isn't that awful? Look. The amount of water. It's still dripping. See? That would make beautiful female bacon. No, not today. This won't be as noisy once I'm done the grinding. I hate it when the meat's completely thawed. It's cold, but it gets harder to cut. It gets more wiggly. About bear prepper? There was an X in there, but it was pronounced bear prepper. Yeah, I haven't seen her in a long time. I hope she's okay. Last piece. haven't seen Bear Prepper in a long time. I had too many disagreements with the way she did things. She canned things like meatloaf. And that's raw hamburger with seasonings and bread or cracker crumbs. And I just went, yep, sorry, Bear. I'm not. I can't promote that kind of. You know what I mean? I can't accept. I wouldn't accept that. It wasn't for Bev, Bear, and Misty, and I would never have gotten my pressure canner. Really? Huh. Okay. Well, we might as well put it all in here because I'm just going to put more meat on top, right? Oh, here we go. Now, I'm going to take this off. And just give this a quick. And that spits this out. Watch your fingers for the blade. And this goes all to the sink to be washed. I'm going to have to chop that a little bit up a bit, but I will. All right, we can get rid of this bowl and this bowl. And this and this and this. We will take our grinder. Sleeve off. Put that in the sink. And Sam, not my mixer Sam, but Sam Bear can move over there. I'm going to get some gloves and I'll be right back. I strongly advise you, if you have any nicks or cuts or anything, wear gloves if you're going to clean that meat. All right. It's going to be quiet now, folks. I can bring you guys a little closer. I just want to mince up. These are the last couple of pieces that were in the grinder. Get over there, buddy. just going to give these a coarse chop. Because they didn't go actually through the grinding blades. And what's more authentic in sausage than not getting an actual piece of meat in your mouth? You know what I mean? Not just grind. All right. Now, I'm going to put this over there and soak it. Take this board and soak it. I don't need it here no more. Is that your comic relief, Freaky? God, I got tissues. And then I have editing to do. Now that tea towel that I had under the board, I have now draped over the board because it's wet. I draped it over the board, I squirted it with Dawn and vinegar, and I'm going to let it soak. So let's get this going on. Okay. Knife, spatula. Let's get it on. Sorry, it's stuck in my head after Freaky Friday last night. I always get the last song of the evening stuck in my head for a day or two. Although that means it should be strange magic. Okay, so here is our sausage. I've been sort of... mixing it as we go along. But now it's time to really mix it. Again, I strongly advise if you're going to mix this with your hands, wear gloves. One little nick on your finger will feel like the devil himself is torturing you if you mix this with your hands. God, and these are supposed to be large. All right, here we go. I gotta stand up to do this. Oh. Let me see if this will help. If you can... No, that's as far down as I can get you guys to go. Sorry. All right, here we go. Just like meatloaf, just like bread. You want to make sure, this is why I layered the spices and seasonings in as I was grinding the meat, because they need to be thoroughly mixed. And the last thing you want is someone getting a patty that's got, 2 tablespoons of seasoning in it. So, yes, I could use my KitchenAid, but I'm not sure that Sam's bowl would hold all this. This is a dish pan, folks. Oh, you tell me. Does that feel good for you? See what I mean? You get just like you would bread. Fold and knead, and then get right down in there. That's beautiful sausage. Let me see if there's any seasoning stuck to the bottom of the bowl. Wouldn't get stubborn. Whoops. I want to kind of flip this meat right over. You know what this is really good into, folks? Using it in stuffed peppers. Oh my God. It's so good. Okay. Alrighty. I think if you see uneven shades, then you want to keep mixing. It all needs to be kind of the same color with flecks of green. All right. Okay, I'm going to go get a fresh pair of gloves, and then we're going to start bagging. If you believe in love, let's get it on. Maybe I don't need. Maybe I can just use the spoon. All right. Oh, this is how we're going to do this. I have these bags. One of these bags will hold 6 sausage patties, maybe even 9. Let's have a look. You want to roll your seam side. Now, somebody showed me this a long time ago, and I forgot about it, or let's get our sausage in there. Like this. Come on, get out of there. I need a better spoon than this ladle. Let me get a different spoon. Oh, God help me. Where did my spoon go? Oh well. No, not you. I can't even find my spatula. Oh well. Hands to the rescue. So, I'm going to put in about 2 pounds of sausage meat. I'm going to lay it down, and I'm going to flatten it out in the bag. Make sure you get all the air out. Push all the air out as you go up towards the bag. You know what? Okay. I'm going to roll this. These bags and stuff. Oops. Over here. I'll move this out of the way. There's my spatula. All right. Now I'm going to use my rolling pin to flatten it all the way to the edge of the bag. Pushing all air out. We don't want it on the zipper. Okay? But we do want it up to the zipper. So as little air as possible can get in. Okay? Now these are nice thick sausage, will be nice thick sausage patties. Now, that's a little too close to the zipper. that back a little bit. Don't let air in when you push it back. Okay. And now, oops. Did that zip? No, it didn't. Oh, maybe it did. Okay. No, it didn't. Oh, okay, it did. All right. Okay, so now, I think that's, I'm going to take my spatula and I'm going to go in thirds like this, and I'm going to press down. So maybe use a little bit less meat so that you have room to make these marks. Oh, sorry, you are supposed to be a third and a third. There, 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 and there. And now what you have is sausage patties that when you open this bag and take them out of the freezer, you can just break them apart. I hope. I may have put too much meat in this bag, so we'll try that again. But I'm going to now lay this on a tray in my deep freeze. Actually, I'll... Put these on a cookie sheet like that. And one more time, make sure that I have all of their, if it was a little bit thinner, it would work better, but I'm not rebagging that, okay? I'm going to take this out to the freezer and then I'm going to continue. Yep, freezer's going to definitely have to be defrosted before our farm produce comes in, our farm stuff comes. Oh my God. All right, guys, it's just us now until I'm done. Thank you for your patience. Where's all my bags? I'm really tired. Why not roll it out in the sheet pan, then cut, freeze, break apart? Well, I suppose I could, but I've already started down this path, and by God, I'm going to stick to it. Yeah, roll down. I'm so tired. But yeah, that's an idea. Maybe I'll try that next time. But I want to make sure I have less meat than the last one. Just a little bit less. All right, these are rolled. Get this into the corners. Get all the air out. There we go. Oh, Get into the corner. Into the corner. Right. I still think I have too much meat in here. Yeah, I got too much meat in here. That's better. Get the air out. Air is the enemy. And bring this forward. Squeeze the air out. Why is this suddenly a different size than its back? Last of the air out. All air out. There we go. Oh, I hate Ziploc bags. I really do. They so seldom perform to their... There we go. But I've left air in, haven't I? Jeez. This is the stuff that goes on off camera. There we go. One more roll to flatten everything out even. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Now let's just push you over here just a little bit. There we go. Give everybody a bit of room. And then I'm going to be really pissed if this doesn't work. But it won't be for lack of trying. I'll be right back. I gotta go put that in the freezer on the tray. Actually, if I fold it, it'll probably... I'm gonna fold it 3 ways like that. My freezer's definitely going to have to be defrosted before winter, or before, I think we get our meat in the first week of December, somewhere near there, or the end of November. So I am not sticking my hands in this meat again. Who sent me this? Square patties are a great idea. I help make sausage with a friend during hog killing season. I'll do mine in squares. Yeah, you know what though? Make the baggie just a little bit thinner than you want your patty, because then when you put the lines in it, it plumps the patties up. If it's your bag is too full and there's no room for the meat to go anywhere when you're putting your lines in. So remember that. A little bit more, just a little bit. Smells so good. So push it down into the bottom of the bag. Right out into the corners, get the air out of the corners. There. And then straighten the bag. Oh. You have to push it down into the bottom. Of the bag first, right? So there's no air. You don't want to leave any air pockets, and then you roll it forward and then sideways. Now this is probably all the sausage patties I'm going to make. I'm going to put the rest into sausage meat so that I can use it, say, in stuffing or this probably could have used just a little bit more, but we'll see. If you got too much up at the front, push it back. That's better. Hang on, I gotta put the camera on. Okay, folks, the easiest way I found now to do this is put less meat in. Make your bag, start putting it in the bottom first so you get no air bubbles, and then roll it forward. And then you want it slightly less thick than the desired thickness. Because once we start putting the lines in these, it moves sausage meat out of its way. We don't want any meat in the zipper. What did I just say, Beverly? Okay. Right? Then we zip it closed. Push that meat back a little bit. What is going on here? That piece of meat, okay. You really want this. There you go. Now, what I said is you want it slightly thinner than you want your finished patty to be. Glad this ain't touching the meat. And then you take a nice flat and you approximate your thirds. And you bring it down like this. Boom. Don't use a sharp, obviously don't use a sharp blade. Like that. And then we go like this. See how much better of an indentation you get with less meat, because there's room for the meat to be pushed aside. All right. And this is going out in the freezer. Now the rest of my sausage, I'm going to bag up in bags. So we'll be back. And then I can run the, oi. I love you. There's, where are my bags? There's nothing wrong with me loving you. It must be over here. Oh, there's one. Where are my milk bags? I thought I had like a half a dozen here. Did I move them? Oh, I'm losing my head. I could have swore I had more milk bags. Well, I guess I'll just have to start saving more up. So, oops. Okay, these are my milk bags that I wash. I'm going to turn it inside out over my hand. And I'm just going to grab what I think is a meal's worth of sausage for Howie and I. And that's about it, right there. Then we turn the bag. Come on. That's not quite a meal, so want to make sure that we're not getting too much meat at a breakfast meal, you know, because this is more of a breakfast sausage. Now, push it down into the bag, squeeze all of the air out. I bet you they're on the counter over there. I bet you I got them out and put them somewhere. One bag of sausage meat for the freezer. Oh, I have another one that was drying on the rack under here. Oh, God help me. Oy! Ooh! I'm going to do it this way. I hope Howie didn't throw them out. Well, no. He hasn't. Now, if I want to put like what for Thanksgiving, if I want to stuff my chicken with just meat and veg. then I will use 2 of these packages. Because, you know, Arthur can't have bread, right? And then hopefully, in the next hour or so, Howard and I are going to go look for deer carrots. 2. Right down, get all the air out. Okay, one more hunk. Tell the kids, gotta go, Bev. My daughter just came to visit. Well, you have a wonderful visit, Willows. I'm sorry I haven't been paying much attention to the chat, guys. I just am working. And it's not going to end anytime soon. So now I'm going to have to put some of the meat back in these bags because I have a lot less. But what I'm going to do is put it down in the bottom of the bag. Squeeze the air out. Okay, squeeze the air out. The best way to squeeze the air out of a corner is while the bag is still open, stick your finger in and push that corner into the meat, and that way the air will be pushed forward. Okay, now I'm going to roll the meat flat into the bag. This is going to be much thinner than patties, but it'll last longer because there's no air in the bag. And you're just going to reform it when you take it out of the freezer anyway, right? So let's get all the air out of the bag. Bring this right up as close as you can to the opening of the bag. Fold this front bit down. And then go sideways. Pull the bag up. This. Same way you would do for patties, okay? See, I just pushed a bunch of air out. Now I'm going to zip it. And I'm going to roll it up. Did you see that? I'm going to roll it up. And then I'm going to get an elastic. Well, I'm just going to leave. I'm going to get some elastics just to hold them in the roll. I don't like putting meat in bags if I can't be sure that all of the air is going to be out of it. And yes, I could have vacuum sealed it, but this is just as good. I'm just putting an elastic on that, and that's going to go into the freezer too. And I'll be back to show you what I got in sausage meat when I'm done. Oh. Oh. Hey everybody, thank you for your patience. Thank you for your patience. Hey Diamondbath, Cleo, Sweet Sipper, Chloe Richards, Cleo, Rosie, Aloha, Ginger Gargoyle, Freaky Geek, KB, Wee Canner. If I've missed anybody, Mary Jane Will, Carol Berthier. Okay, so I'm gonna roll this up. Hi, Trudy. All right, I'm just gonna finish doing these bags. If you believe in love, let's get it on. I'll prep my bags first, and I need to drink a tea. Because after this, I'm going to sit down and check my emails, edit a couple of videos, and then I think Howie and I are going to go up the highway and see if I can't find any deer carrots. Well, thank you, Jackie. Hey, Lacey Black. Hey, Half Pint. I'm sorry I haven't been paying much attention to, you know what's in the bag, so she will recall. Oh, okay, you're obviously not talking about me. Hi, Snowbella. All right, let's see. I've got 4 bags started. Let's just see. I don't even think I'm going to need 4. We don't need a whole pound of sausage meat. We really don't for a meal. Oh, and it makes good meatloaf. It makes really good meatloaf. It's a little tedious to push it down into the get the air out and push it down into the corners of the bag, but it really is worth it, you know, because it'll last longer as long as there's no air against the meat in the freezer. You can use them if you need textured bags for your sealer. All you do is take a Ziploc bag, one with preferably 2 things, cut this piece off, okay, and just use the zipper part, put that in the opening of the bag, and that will allow a passage of air to be sucked out. I've done it. But use a good Ziploc bag zipper, all right? I actually have a video called using regular bags in a vacuum sealer, okay? I wouldn't use the really, really cheap ones. I would use good quality ones, but it can be done, yes. Yeah, if I can think of it, I'll try it. You know what I mean? Let's get... This is a good tool, I'll tell you. We need more meat up front. There we go. And now more side to side. Whoops, not more up front. You're going to be getting into my friggin'... Always fold your zipper sealer down. Hey, Linda. Hi, Matthew. How are you? What time is it? Oh, my God. I'm soon going to have to do my live. My Sunday live on Life with the Wolfies. Oh. Now, pull this like this. Make sure there's no air in there. As close as we can to the zipper without getting meat in the zipper. Let's go. You ever get a song stuck in your head? Oh man. Come here. Now I gotta squeeze all the air out of it again. Well, listen, folks. I'm gonna have to get ready for my live at 4. Come on. Are you closed? You are closed. Roll up an elastic. I have to get ready. My my live is at 4 o'clock. So yes, and you'll have my full attention then. All right, I'm going to finish putting these sausages in the freezer, and I'm going to finish that video. And then I will see you guys all on Life with the Wolfies at 4. Okay? Thanks for keeping me company. I love you. Take care. God bless.